I just got done seeing Avatar 2, and I have to say, I had a great time with this movie. A fantastic time with it. And no one is as shocked about that as me. I don't care about the Avatar universe. I don't remember the first Avatar. I saw it. I found it enjoyable enough because it was a technical achievement. But when I walked away from that movie, nothing stuck with me in that movie because it was a very generic movie with characters that I don't remember and I didn't care about. I think the difference in this one is that there was a family dynamic. We're still dealing with the same generic story, but the reason that the story connected with me is because of the family dynamic. So that was the connective tissue, was the family dynamic. And it's ultimately, at its core, it's about a father wanting to protect his family. And they did a great job of that. And that is really what is at the center of this, because I don't think that there's a big difference in Avatar 1 or 2 from the story or the flaws in the first one or the second one. There are many flaws in this second film, many flaws. I also had very low expectations going into this because I was expecting to see something that would mesmerize me. The difference is not only did it mesmerize me, it blew me away visually. I mean, I was expecting to be blown away, and it took it to another level. Now, unfortunately, I had to watch this in IMAX 3D, and I hate 3D, but I had to see it in IMAX. But even with the 3D, and even though I hate the 3D, it still blew me away, the visuals, and the unique creatures, and the unique vehicles, and the unique things that they were creating for the human characters. That was just mind-blowing to me, and I felt really pulled in because I cared about certain characters this time, whereas I didn't care about any character the first time I saw Avatar. So walking out of this movie, there's a connection that I had with the characters, and now I can look forward to the next step in this because I cared about some of the characters. Now, there's going to be a lot to pick apart with this movie in terms of the story, in terms of the dialogue. All of that is there, and I'm not here to dispute that. I'm not going to argue those points. But at its core, what worked for me was the family dynamic and the beautiful visuals. And now I had something that actually meant something to me in the movie, so I could overly appreciate those visuals now, or at least, I guess, rightfully appreciate those visuals. The last half of the movie, or I'm sorry, the last quarter of the movie, I felt like we were getting into territory of this is getting to be too long. It's like a 3-hour and 5-minute movie or something like that. It's 20 or 30 minutes too long. I think everyone that hears that a 3-hour movie is happening, it's almost always too long. And I don't know why they continue to stretch that shit out. But it's definitely a little too long. And I think the only real disappointing thing that pertains to the things that I liked about the movie, the only real disappointing thing to me was the final act. And without getting into too many details, I'm sure we'll talk about this tomorrow on Friday Night Tights. The final act was a little disappointing. That's all I'll say for now, but it doesn't have any identity politics. It does have James Cameron and his economic messaging, and it's very subtle. To me, the messaging that's there, the subtle messaging, does not hurt the film at all. But there's no identity politics in it from any perspective that I saw. Yeah, there's, I guess, there's one moment where the woman's pregnant and she's fighting. It's just like a brief moment. It wasn't distracting too bad. Overall, I really had a good time with this movie, and no one is as shocked as me when I say that. No one, because again, I never expected that I would have had any care for this movie after watching it. So I recommend it from a standpoint of a dumb, fun film that has heart, and it is extremely beautiful to watch on the big screen. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.